Welcome back, guys, to Story Behind the Story. John Walker here alongside Sammy, a writer for the Northwest Missourian who wrote an article about transgender students in their transition period throughout college, what their experience was like. So we'll just hop straight into it. Sammy, what was the overview of your article, just so people that haven't read it yet kind of get a little bit of a feel for it?
Yeah, so this story in general was about, we followed two college students, Simon and Trick, who both are going through both social and medical transitions throughout college, and so they're kind of embracing their gender identity both inside and out.
Gotcha. And then, you talked about a little bit in the article how they have many different aspects that change about them throughout this period, some physical, some socially. After talking to Simon and Trick, what do you think the hardest part of this whole process for them was?
I think it varies from person to person, obviously, whether social or medical or physical transitions are more difficult. But I think for these two individuals especially, I think the hardest part is the beginning of getting people used to using the right name and the right pronouns and getting used to seeing them dressing differently. And while the medical side of like surgeries and going through hormone replacement therapy is really hard on your body, that seems like to them it feels more like a relief to be finally seeing the body that they want rather than something that's challenging.
And then what was the hardest part of writing this article for you?
For me, the most difficult part was getting things right. When I first came up with this idea, I was just going to focus on the financial aspect of how much it costs to go through surgeries and hormone replacement therapy.
Which is
college.
A lot.
It is very expensive.
Especially as a college student.
Yeah, for sure. With student loans and living expenses, it's a lot. But the thing that I found, especially with my interview with Trick, which was really phenomenal, they're such an interesting human being, was that there's so much more to it. And that social transition is such a huge aspect of somebody's life, and that people accepting them and embracing them for who they are is such a huge relieving thing, and that the medical side is just kind of icing on the cake.
I figured that would be pretty interesting to get your insight on all the difficulties of writing the story. But Sammy, thank you. Guys, make sure to check out the article so you can get the rest of the information. A fantastic article, to say the least.
Thank you.
Thanks for checking back into Story Behind the Story. We'll see you guys next time.